Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, left off, got the bud back in the field, got the chain in it, it's working. We're gonna keep close tabs on it. Oh man, hope it holds up. We'll find out soon enough, but we're gonna keep checking on it frequently. So we'll get to the field in a minute, but I want to talk to you guys about today's video sponsor. I'm really excited for this one. This is pretty cool. So this here, look at this thing. No, not the boat in the background. That's after seating. This is the Jackery Explorer 5000, and this baby is sweet. I'm really excited to show this. This is pretty cool. But we'll get to this in a minute. Let's get out the field. Let's make sure things are running strong. And then we'll come back here for a little bit and we're gonna put this unit to the test. It's got power, lots of power. All right, let's do an acre check here. So 1,700 acres on the dot almost, look at that, wow. So we started with 1,100 when we put fuel in it. We got 1,700, so that's like almost 600 acres, let's just say, we've seeded. I was just guessing there's probably 100 gallons left of fuel in the tank when we got here, maybe a little less than that. So 5 1/4 is plumb full. We didn't quite have it plumb full, let's just say 500. So 400 gallons, 0.6, almost 7/10 of a gallon an acre. So almost 3/4 of a gallon an acre. If that's accurate, I mean, that's gotta be. So that's not bad. I mean, I was expecting over a gallon an acre, but yeah, about 0.7 to 0.9 gallons an acre, I think, what this thing's burning, pulling that drill. So that's not far off from our other buds. Cool. Let's fill her up. Cheap, right? Got another tanker coming to fill that baby up tomorrow. Got bad news, guys. Bad news. This is not a fun video to make. Let's just get started. Yeah. So I'll show you what's going on. This is chain number 2, by the way. It's expensive. And, well, first chain, which is right there. You guys remember that. Old chains, those are ancient chains. That's the new chain we bought last year that we don't even have 100 hours on. Toast. This chain, 16 hours. 16 hours is all we have on this thing. We use the correct fluid. We check the tension over and over and over again. You're supposed to have between like 3/4 to 1 inch deflection from front and back. See, there's a pin coming out right there. Look at that. See? We opened the box every 5 hours yesterday and checked the tension. It had to keep resetting it, tighten it up a little bit, tighten it up a little bit. We didn't get it crazy tight, but just tighten it up a little because it was getting pretty sloppy in there. We even stopped filling the cart on the pillar drill to full capacity. We put down, just barely put enough in it, just get us going through the field to cut back on weight to try to limit the need of power we were putting into this. We even ran the drill into single shoot mode and were able to lift the drill out of the ground quite a bit, which pulled a lot of draft off the tractor. Our slip was like nothing in 16 hours. And this is what happened. The chain's junk. It's done. The washers are missing on this side. Look at that piece. That piece is about ready to come off. So what I'm getting at is tractor's done for the season. It's not going to see any field work for at least a while until we get something else figured out. So unfortunately, that means this is the end of the pillar experience, which has been fabulous, but you gotta have a tractor to pull it. And this is the only tractor we have on the farm that's set up to pull the pillar. Our other ones are not equipped. Okay, we'll keep you updated, but we're gonna park this for now. We're gonna start the mad dash of getting the other Series 2 out, which is our 5 1/4, old trusty. It's got a chain, guess what? It's still working after thousands of hours. 525 horsepower, and it's haven't had these problems. Anyways, we're gonna go hook onto our other 700 toolbar with our FlexQuail 4350 cart. We're gonna bring it over here. We're gonna service it, get everything set up and calibrate it. It's gonna take the rest of the day, but we're gonna get that in the field because we have backups, and we're gonna keep seeding and get the season done. But anyways, really big bummer. It's sad on all fronts, but I just can't believe what a new chain. And I ran the numbers. Those chains have cost us as if we would have spent a little over $200 an hour in the amount of time we have on this tractor. So we could have rented a tractor for $200 an hour. Yeah, isn't that crazy? All right, let's get to work. It was sweet. It was sweet while it was running. That thing was pretty sweet. But on the bright side, guys, we got to test our tractor out. That's, I guess, one thing we were doing, and everything but that chain ran fantastic. So that's definitely a blessing. That's cool to know. Everything but the chain. We got the whole crew with us too. We've got Matt from Ready, Dick from Pillar, and Matt's son, and we are ready to get this thing going. They're all working out hard. So, oh, you got the batteries already connected for us?
They were connected. So.
Oh.
How do I check oil in this thing?
Pull the dipstick.
What side is it on?
All right. Ooh, it still smells like new leather in here. Seat needs some air. Okay. All right, I'll give her some crank and we'll see if we can get this thing started. It's gonna get smoky. Those batteries dead? We've got a jump pack on here. It's ready to roll. I don't know. The 24-volt system, it's gonna be interesting if it even can turn this thing over. But Matt's got some ether on that side. We're gonna give her a shot and see what happens. Oh, we got power. That's good. All right, ready?
Ready.
Here we go. He's a beast. Greasing time. Got a new grease gun. You want the grease gun? Walter, grease? Yeah, you want to try it? I'll help you out here. Wipe the Zerk off. There we go. Okay, give her some squeezes. Squeeze it. Yeah, there you go. Push that grease in there. Let's open up the chain case in this one. Let's see what a real chain looks like. Real chain.
It's probably broken.
It better not be. That'd be a bad day. All right, here we go. This chain is an American-made chain, and it's been running fine, and it's got 525 horsepower on it. It's been worked hard. There's no evidence of anything happening to it. It's a little loose, just a little bit. I'm just gonna tighten that just a hair. Not gonna take much, but we're changing the oil out anyways while we're at it. Put new oil in it. The oil actually was very clean, but we'll do it again. Why not? Or we could just take that chain and put it in that thing. Huh? No. Good old Hitran. Pump her in. It was like right there, so we want it to be about right there and leave room for expansion. You can see on this bud, we improved that tech by putting a sight glass right there. The oil level is right here. Got Matt putting fresh oil in the chain case in there. That chain looks great. Like I said, I tightened it just a little bit. Leg arms got this bud going. I know it still drives, it's just the chain's coming apart, so we're just not gonna pull anything with it, but he's getting this set up. He's gonna bring the hull under here, and we're gonna dump what's in these hoppers into the back into that, because unfortunately the MS800L is done for the season. Too bad. So that's what's going on. But we'll put that back in the other drill. So we'll get somewhere. It's happening. One step at a time. So we took the insert out, so now it's a straight run right through. So he'll start this, and then there's two gates he'll open up, and that'll let the seed flow down. All right, there. That's actually pretty slick. Dumping that, pretty simple. So that's going back in there. I'm gonna go back to this, and I'm gonna check transmission fluid, and I think we're really close to getting this thing drivable. And when it's drivable, I gotta set the GPS, because we installed all that new guidance system from Raven, the RS1, I forget all the other good parts, but you know, 700 plus, and it's a great system. It's been steering that tractor in our Series 3 just awesome, but it hasn't been set up yet. Like, it's in there, I gotta go through the calibration, and unfortunately I know how to do that now. So that's next up for me. Let's get this thing going. All right, we're back in the shop, and we are gonna talk about that Jackery 5000. I do wanna mention though, this is my first Jackery. This is my first. I bought this 300 a couple years ago. I was a little concerned about power outages and keeping a couple things going, like a light in the house. I built a new house and I've got wood heat in there, so at least I got the place taken care of. It heats, but if the power goes out, it's nice to have a couple lights in. So this little 300 paired with a solar panel gave me the ability to run a couple LED lights in the house, charge some phones, charge some tablets, maybe get some internet going, whatever it may be, but it's small, handy, and portable, okay? Well, this thing, now look at the difference. Yeah, this is its big brother. The Jackery Solar Generator 5000 Plus is an essential home backup. This baby delivers reliable 7,200 watts at 240 volts if needed. No fumes, no noise, no pulse cords, no gasoline, no oil changes. And I want to see something here real quick. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're at 100%. All right, let's do first up, how about pressure washer? That's a 220 motor on there. Let's plug the plug in. Water on. Let's see if we can get that drop down from 100% down to say 99%. I don't know. We are drawing just under 3,200 watts. At 99%, we drop down a percent, see? Now if I hit this button, there we go. See, she shut off. You've got to move it far. It does have a nifty suitcase handle on it. Let's try a plasma cutter. Do I try welding? I'm down to 95% battery life. I could plug it in the wall for a quick charge, or you can just head out to the most remote place you can possibly think of, like say, my family's homestead. Pull out your nice black bag here, whip out some solar panels and hook up. There we are. Pulling in just over 300 watts. I'm inside my old house and I figured let's try some appliances because typically, at least for myself, when your power goes out, this thing's gonna come in handy. Let's plug the fridge in. That's probably the most important one people are worried about. Refrigerators and freezers. Oh, we got power, 189. So with that compressor running all the time, we've got 16 hours of battery available, but that doesn't run all the time. It cycles once it gets cool and that refrigerator is warm. All right, let's just do, you know what, 30 second. 1,800 watts. The Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus is a pretty versatile system. You can actually buy a smart home backup system where you can stack Jackery battery packs expandable up to 60 kilowatt hours. It also functions as a tremendous UPS system. So if your power goes out, it can switch in like practically 0 milliseconds to turn on power to the device. So there's such a minor interruption of power, it's practically not noticeable. Now, if you need to keep tabs on your power use, how much power is left in the tank, you can open your Jackery app, connect it to your Explorer 5000, pull up and they'll give you a detail on how much power you got left in your system. And if you got a device plugged into the Jackery and you would like to power it off, but you're not there to unplug it or turn it off, you can just tap your phone. If you're working a job off-site, you don't have power available, or you live off the grid, or possibly you just want that peace of mind knowing that you have power available in your home at any time when the power goes out, the Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus is a great option. So head to the link in the description below to learn more, and I'm gonna get back to farming. Time to set you up. So before I can do much calibrations, I gotta get some measurements. So I'm getting wheelbase, center of axle. I think this is like 152 inches, 151, 152. Then I measure the height from the ground to the RS1, which is on top of the cab right there. And then I think it wants how far the RS1 is from the front axle. So let's pull this back a little bit. Let's just take a peek here and see. It's right there. Right here somewhere, right there. So we're looking at probably, these are real rough measurements, 20, let's go with 28. To set this up currently, I gotta have the task controller not installed at the moment. Tractor type, articulated. We'll figure out all the settings on that. IS data logging, yep. That looks good. Where's this at here? We need to go to this stuff. Well, while it's loading the spool for the auto guidance, let's put some implement in here. So let's go new. Let's just call this the 4350 space 4350 dash. Let's go 700 toolbar. right, we'll call that. All right, implement width, 70 times 12, 840 inches. Oh, did I do something wrong here? Oh, that's in meters. Oh, we got to change this out of meters. Here's how we change it from that. So let's go new. Let's just say operator Welker. Isn't that real original? Enter. Units. USA. Grid lines, sure. That's all fine. Okay, now we can go back to implement. Let's go inches. What was it? 840, 840. Let's subtract a foot for swath. So let's go 828. So that should give us a foot for overlap. Total net bar distance. That's all good. That's good. That's good. Oop, it changed. Okay, let's see if that's back. Let's go to VT. There it is. Here's where we start all of our auto guidance at. And this thing needs tightened. A little loose. Where's that at? Back here. All right, brand. I'm sure they have big button here, right? They don't. Okay, let's just go generic. Series. Articulated tractor, model, generic, next. So, okay, here's where all those settings are measured. So, oh, that's that. Oh, I measured the wrong one. All right. Well, I'll get that one in a second. I was going to continue, but I see we're in centimeters here. I need to change that out of centimeters. How do we do that? I'm just going to convert centimeters to inches. We'll just do that, or inches to centimeters. 126 inches is 320 centimeters. And offset is 0. Height, oh, what was that height on that? Oh, I'm trying to remember. It was 150, I think. 381. Next. All right, that one's 380 as well. Okay, next. Yep, S-Bass, yes, yes. Accuracy, yes. Oh, good, we're seeing satellites, that's awesome, yes. All right, vehicle direction. Drive forward, required distance, 10 meters. And we are almost there. 10 meters, there we go. Okay, now we gotta do a turnaround a point. Okay, I got some convenient tire tracks in the field here I'm gonna use for this, so I'm lining it up where I'm sitting in my seat. So we're gonna do a turnaround and land back in the same spot. So, see, it's showing me moving around. So I'm gonna line that triangle back up the other triangle. I have the door open because the AC is currently not working, so we got to charge the system. It's a little hot in here. Right. Actually, it says I need to back up. Let's back up a little bit then. A little more. Right there. Calibrate. Good. Drive forward in a clockwise circle. Press calibrate. Maintain constant turning angle. Right, and calibrate. Probably gonna turn a bigger starter per circle here, but that's okay, we're making a loop. What's nice about articulated tractors is once you've set it, they should keep that exact turning rate. So I should end up exactly on my tire tracks without having to turn the steering wheel at all. There's my tire tracks. Almost completed a complete circle. Bam, got it. Okay, compass is now calibrated, yay! We are making progress. Next. Touchscreen activity for saver options. Yes, that's fine. That's fine, we'll do that, okay? Wheel type, sensor, oh boy, I remember this. Keep getting stuck on the same screen. Ignore that. I love this thing, but ignore that. Keep getting stuck on the same screen because there's a faulty transducer. It's called a pressure transducer. I think it's what tells your steering to disengage, depending on the pressure it feels in your steering wheel. We had troubles with the other ones. We had one spare, and that spare I used to put in that one, and it ran great. Well, now we can't use that one. I took it out of that one, put a dummy one back in it, and I took it. This is a dummy one too. And I took, yes, this is an extra one. I got my brain around. Put the good one in this. We're gonna try it and see if that fixed our problem. So hopefully it did. So let's go next. We're on the 0 to 5 volts, steering angle sensor, disengage. This is where the transducer, pressure transducer forward at 20 milliamps. Okay. Wait for it to say, start turn steering wheel. Oh, it worked perfectly. Yep, faulty. I'm gonna order a couple of these. Get some more on hand. That was beautiful. All right, we're in the next screen, good. Let's turn this to 400. This is the disengage, so it lets me know if I'm steering, if it's on auto steer and it's going, and I want to turn because I see something. If I turn the steering wheel, this tells me how much pressure does it need for it to say, oh, the operator wants to take control, disengage the auto steer. That's what this is. So we'll leave it here. I can adjust that later. All right, please drive. Okay, now we gotta do some, let's go back to the field. We gotta do some more stuff here. Oh, good old clutch. Feels good driving a Fuller transmission again. Isn't that nice? You know what else is sick to think about? That transmission that's in this tractor, this transmission, this 13.6 or whatever it is. Yeah, 12, 13, 14, I don't know. Whatever it is, 14.6, 13, is that what it is? Anyways, it's a 1400 foot-pound transmission. That transmission with the clutches is still less than a chain that we put in another one. Yeah, that's gross. And there's a pile of Fuller transmissions out there. Used, rebuilt, whatever. There's a ton of them. So that's what's nice. Never gonna worry about running out of transmission to this. But we could have put that in that other bud, but we had that nice Ellison 6-speed, and we're like, yeah, we want to use that. Plus, the 700 horsepower was a little bit much for a 14.613. We'd have to go to a bigger one, but they still make them. They could have did it. Partially our fault. All right, let's get back to this. Oh, why is this all in metric? All right, whatever. I don't know what speed that wants me to be. There we go, right there. Okay, let's do this. Let's shift, downshift. All right, here we go. Turn all the way to the left button to lock, and then press the button to set the value. Lock. Point the wheel straight ahead, and then press the button. That's pretty straight. Let's go all the way to the right. As you can see, I'm really tight. There we go. So we just set the positions of the maximum left and right and center for the steering position sensor. All right, drive forward from that speed, whatever. We're in the green, that's good. Press the resume switch on the on screen, begin. All right, we gotta turn this up then, it's 600, just go 600. We gotta do more than 600. Let's do 800. A lot higher than the other ones. There we go. Now it's gonna steer itself. So it's turning right now. I'm not turning it. It's gonna do a bunch of turns and it's gonna calculate the gain for each turn. Then once all is done, we should be golden to go hook up to an air drill. And the auto steer should be working. Just make sure in a big open area to do this because you're going for the ride. I don't know where it's taking me, but it's driving somewhere. It's doing stuff. All right, we're gonna turn to the right soon. We're going to the left for a bit. All right, all right, all right, all right. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Cool beans. Perfect. Now to change this out of metric, we gotta find out turn this to imperial. Now on the 700 plus, I'm just setting up my run screen, so let's do how I like it here. Let's go RS1 engage. Let's put this as remark. Let's put this, I love how snappy this thing is, it's fast. All right, there, that's good. Let's go to run screen 1. It's just gonna be ISO. Virtual terminal, I mean. Run screen 2. That's all good. Run screen 3. That's good, all right. Let's do this so we can get some GPS going. So let's see if we get the auto steer to work here. So let's go heading, mark A. Let's go to 0 north. Good, all right. Our switch, which hasn't been put in the dash yet, is on. We haven't finished this bud since we put this salt in. Oh, we gotta put an implement in here, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, forgot I can't have task controller enabled to do this, so it'll work now. Let's give her a shot, let's see how well it works. So we're 300 some inches off. Okay, auto steer's turned on. It's tracking in line. It's gonna zero in on that line. The line's right here. It's pulling in, pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. We're on. Let's go up to throttle where we'll be for pulling. Steering wheel movement detected. See, it's a little too sensitive steering, so I can fix that. And it's dusty because I have the door open. And I gotta go to steering wheel disengage settings. Let's set this to 900. Still disengaged, huh? All right, let's go 1500. That number is way too high. It should not be that high. All right, let's try it again. There we go. We're locking on the line. Okay, we're tracking. So let's see how close our accuracy. I haven't changed any settings on the tractor. We're holding sub-inch accuracy. Isn't that great? I haven't changed a single thing with the performance. So that GPS is working. Ditch engage is great. Let's go get an air drill. Oh, we're cruising now. 14 and a half. And there's a flat spot in the tires. Oh yeah. I feel it. There's that old hunk of junk. Yeah, that thing's awesome. Oh, we still got it. All right. There we go. You ruined the red ant colony. Poor guys. They're having a nice home there, you just wrecked it. We're doing a transfusion. Reason is liquid is expensive these days. So we're tight in here. But we're pumping the fuel out of the 700 and putting it in the 525. Because might as well be burnt in there since buying new fuel right now is expensive. So if we can save on that and we put in this, we just topped that thing off. So that's what's going on here. And then this is gonna get parked. It still drives a little bit, you know, you can drive it around. I wouldn't trust that chain pulling anything though for very long. But we'll park it. And then, like I said, we'll figure out what we're gonna do and get it ready for harvest. And that's not gonna be that long. It seems like it. It's gonna be just a few months and that'll be here, so. Yeah, rain, that'll help it.